that you are all here for meditation this morning, and I'm so blessed to be called to do so today. So we are just going to move right in, and we'll do about a 15 to 20 minute meditation. And let's just go within and be grateful for today. So I invite you all to just settle in. Feel your bones wherever you're at. Know that you are held. Allow your body to just sink in, and taking a breath in, allowing it to settle deep within your body, deep within your belly, and allowing that breath to bring you into this very moment. And taking another deep breath in, allowing it to just breathe in and hold it at the top. Sustain, sustain. Take a sip in and release with an ah. And we'll do that 2 more times. Taking a deep breath in. Sustain it at the top. Hold it a little bit longer, sip in a little bit more, and release with an ah. One more time. Taking a deep breath in. Filling your lungs, sustaining. Sip in just a little bit more air. And releasing with an ah. And coming fully present to the ever-present now. To the goodness that is life. And if thoughts come into your head, just observe. No judgment. No need to control. Just settling in, watching clouds pass by. And witnessing, being present. Knowing you are held by the One. back to your breath. The breath of the one. Whatever sounds you may hear, whatever's going on in the outside, it's all God. It's all good. Knowing that you are held in the arms of the one. Just holding the space. Letting the breath breathe you. this moment to just breathe in again. Coming back to this space, coming back into this container that we have co-created. Knowing that there is only one. And we are ever, ever connected to Spirit, to God, to Source. And we connect through our breath into this ever-present now. And I'm so grateful to know that this ever-present now runs through me, it runs through each of us. It lives, moves, and experiences life as us, as divine emanations and creations of Source, of God, of Spirit. And I am knowing that we are one. I am knowing that we are healthy and blessed beyond measure. I'm knowing that safety and security are our birthright. And I am knowing that we are prosperous and abundant beyond measure. This is who we are through God, through Source, through Spirit, through one. Anything else falls away. And we know that we are one. And I'm so grateful for this time. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm so grateful for the space that we create together in the one mind, in the one heart, in the one Source that is God. And with a grateful heart, I release all of this and say, and so it is. And we'll have a few moments for music, and our service will start momentarily.
Good morning. How are you all doing today? Wonderful. It's so very nice to see you all. We're going to get going with our first song. And if we need to close the back door, we can do that. Thank you so much. And feel free to get up and clap your hands and get moving to the grooving. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. I know you know this one. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
All right. Can everybody hear me okay today? Yes? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. We have Etienne Franc with the core, our core band here at Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. Oh my goodness. Sonia Trejo is our musical director and is amazing. Rodrigo Avila is on keyboards and guitar. And Etienne is our special guest who's in residence until next week, I think is your last week for a little bit, huh? Yeah, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There will be more. Absolutely. So welcome to Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I'm so glad to see you. So glad you're here. My name is Reverend Rasheryl McCreary, and I love leading this community, and I love being here with you. So thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. Yeah. So, this community was birthed from a strong desire for me to make sure that this teaching that teaches us that there is one power, one presence, one life, it is within us. We have access to it, and we can use it, and it can use us to transform our lives. And as we transform our individual lives, we transform the collective, right? And so I grew up with this teaching, and my desire is to make sure as many people as possible get this and really capture this, especially in the turbulent times that we live in right now, where it seems like we have no control or power over what's happening. It's so important to know that God trumps all, that God is more powerful than all things, right? So that's why we're here. And for those of you who'll be joining us afterwards, I'll be hosting a brunch downstairs so we can talk about what your vision is for this community. So we won't be doing visioning, but we'll be doing a discussion about what's your vision? Why are you here? Why do you love Science of Mind teachings? And what do you desire to amplify in the world? Because the world needs this teaching. Individuals need this teaching, right? People need to be really anchored in this truth. And so that's why I'm here every Sunday. That's why I founded this community, and that is why I love each of you who show up and who are here every Sunday. So thank you so much for being here. So with that being said, I want to invite Joni Quintal, one of our practitioners in training, to do our call to service, this beautiful sacred bowl Joni gifted our community, and she's going to ring it to bring us into center. Thank you, Joni.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. If you feel so comfortable, thank you, Marilyn. I feel like a star a little bit. Take a really deep breath if you're comfortable closing your eyes. In the stillness and quietness of this moment, allowing the music that we just heard and that we will hear, the words of Reverend Rasheryl to reverberate through our soul. And I believe that this bowl can help as you let it vibrate through your soul.
Thank you, Joni. Let's turn within for our opening prayer. So I invite you just to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And just hear the last sounds and tones of the bowl. That bowl is so resonant. How sweet it is, how good it is to feel and sense the divine presence. That presence that is the primordial sound, that is the all that is all powerful, all loving. And that indeed is resonating everywhere, expressing everywhere. And what I'm aware of is that this unshakable presence, this indestructible presence, this loving presence is right now expressing through and as each of us in this space and in this place. How good it is to know Spirit this morning moving through the production team, flawlessly expressing, shining light, transmitting, radiating our message out into the world. How wonderful it is to know Spirit moving through the music and the musicians and the lyrics and the songs and the instruments, playing beautifully the song of God, revealing itself in every note, every word, every lyric. Oh, how sweet it is. How sweet it is to just be in space with each other, with like-minded individuals who are anchored in truth and who are standing in love. And so I just know this time that we spend together is blessed. Each one here blessed to overflowing. And I bless the message that comes through me this morning, knowing it is God's divine idea showing up as words, ideas, and thoughts. It is all good. It is all God. Life is good. This service is blessed. I bless our beloveds who are watching. And I simply now, with deep gratitude, release this word because it is complete. It is done. So let's say together, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Amen. So beautiful. So I'm going to invite Audrey White, our board vice president and also a practitioner student, to come up and do the announcements, which I don't actually have.
Oh.
So
So we're going to just...
Well, I'll make them up. How about that? So our beloved Jenna is not feeling well today and is not here. So I got that call this morning. So there's a few things that normally would be here that are not here.
Absolutely.
So we have, you want to talk about the brunch after service? I think I said a little
As Reverend Rasheryl had announced earlier, we're going to have a brunch after service today that we at Silicon Valley are hosting. So we hope that you can join us and really share with us what your vision is and what you want to bring into Silicon Valley and what we can be here to support you and this community in bringing the teachings of Science of Mind to this community and to people beyond these walls. So we'd love to have your thoughts and really what your heart and soul desires. So we're really happy to have you stay with us after service. We'll meet downstairs for about an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it won't be a long thing. So because the restaurant would like for us to leave because they're staying open for us, and the workers have been there since like 5 or 6 in the morning, so they'll be ready for us to go. So it'll be an hour session. I'll buy brunch for everybody. The center will buy brunch for everyone, and we'll sit down and talk about what we desire. So we'll do that today and also next Sunday. So we'll have a couple of days of that as we start to gather information from you and move towards membership if you're interested in being a member.
Absolutely.
And then we also have meditation Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock to 9:30. I host that on Zoom. If you go to our website, Silicon Valley, that's not right? Okay, thank you, Jim. Thank you. It's 9 to 9:30. SiliconValleyCSL.com. Go to the website. Go to the website and you will be able to join us on Zoom. Yeah.
You'll have the link there. You can join us every Monday through Friday, and it's a wonderful way to ground yourself through your work week.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for the announcements. I'll have to check my phone. The other thing I want to say, a couple things that are a little different today, and I want to acknowledge that. So one is we received a communication from the hotel that our music was being amplified too loud for the sleeping rooms, and they were receiving complaints and having to give refunds, and then it started to leak into social media, the complaints. So that is why today we're just bringing the music unamplified as we explore what's next for us. So you'll just notice that the music is not amplified, but it's still this very sweet, powerful medicine in the room. Yes. So I want the musicians to know how much I appreciate you pivoting on a dime to make this adjustment, led by Sonia. And I also want you to know that we're not losing anything by not having amplification, right? Because this medicine that y'all are serving us is so sweet and so beautiful. And so we're just doing it quietly so we can be kind to the people who are sleeping in these rooms around us. And as much as we love our music, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it in the morning when they wake up. They don't want to wake up this morning with the Lord, with the Spirit on their mind, maybe. So I just wanted to let you know that's why things seem a little muted today, because this is our first time sort of trying to find a way to be here. So we just allow Spirit to move through us, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay. All right. Great. All right. So I'm going to now cede the stage to my beloveds here, who I believe have a song coming up, and then I'll get up and say some more stuff. Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you so much. And while we keep the volume down, we're going to keep the vibration high. Yes. Thank you so much. Another song that you know by our beloved Karen Drucker is God is My Source. 1, 2, 1, 2. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace, peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love, love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy, joy gives me everything I need. God, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. 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 Everything I need. Gives me everything. God gives me. God gives me everything I need. God gives me. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. Sonia Trejo, music direction and percussion, our musical director. Etienne France on upright bass, which is a beautiful instrument. It sounds so good. Thank you for bringing that. I love it. I love the sound of upright bass. And Rodrigo Avila on keyboard and electric guitar. Thank you so much, Rodrigo. Beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, wonderful. Mary Lee.
It's just like being in a really cool blues club.
Yes, yes. So for our beloveds online, Mary Lee just said it feels like we're in a very cool blues club. You know, we're like in the coolest spiritual community ever. So, hey, y'all. Oh, my goodness. It's so good to be with you. Here we are at the beginning of a new month. It's April. Can you believe it? Time is just we are like quantum leaping from month to month to month. It's amazing. So the theme this month is the art of renewal, the art of renewal. And as I was sitting with the themes as we move through the year, what occurred to me is I think the tagline for every monthly theme is in turbulent times, right? So the art of renewal in turbulent times. And then next month it'll be the art of something else in turbulent times, because we're in turbulent times, you know? And I had this master class that I teach periodically called The Art of Reinvention in Turbulent Times. And so this is related to that body of work, right? So how do we renew? How do we renew ourselves? How do we let go of the old and allow in the new when there's so much churn and change and conflict happening, right? So much strife and things happening. And I'm reminded that this is the year of the snake. This is the year of the snake, right? The Chinese, is it astrological or Chinese astrological signs, right? So this is the year of the snake, and snakes do what? Shed, right? They shed their skin. And I don't know if it is a pleasant process for a snake to do that. For humans, it's not always a positive experience, right? Through either sunburn or, dermabrasion or some other things that happen where we shed our skin. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, there are other ways you shed your skin. We won't talk about that. But Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind, which is the teaching of this center, says we are continuously living a new life. And when the old and the new do not fit nicely together, the old no longer able to contain the new, the old has to be discarded, right? The old has to be discarded, right? When the old and new cannot be together, the old has to be discarded, right? The Bible refers to this as you can't put old wine into new wineskins, right? Those two things, it splits the wineskins, right? You have to discard the old in order to let in the new, right? And so in this season of renewal, as we talk about the art of renewal, the first thing that has to happen is you have to be willing to let some stuff go. And I'm actually calling that today the holy release, the holy release. Now, I could have said, you got to let some stuff go like I just did, but I just thought it sounded a lot sexier and more spiritual to say holy release, right? But when I thought about that title, holy means that you consecrate something or dedicate something to the divine, to God, right? So whatever it is, whether it is your work or whether you are eating, we can do these very mundane daily things. And when we consecrate them or dedicate them to the divine, we recognize God in doing our scales, right? We recognize God as we're working out. We recognize God as we're eating our breakfast. We recognize God as we're going through our inbox, Rasheryl, right? Then that becomes a holy practice because you've consecrated that mundane sort of quotidian thing. You consecrated it to God, to the sacred. Yes, and so holy. When we think about release is about letting go, right? Getting rid of stuff, that which has been contained or held, releasing it, right? Freeing it. And so if you think about in your life, what are some things that you can get rid of, that you can let go of, that you can consecrate to the divine, make it a divine act? So I'm laughing because what I'm getting right now for myself is I went through and cleaned out like all my closets a few weeks ago. I think I shared this with you, right? I cleaned out all this stuff, got all this stuff for Goodwill. And honestly, I must have, 8 bags and some boxes, a bunch of stuff, right? And so I put all that stuff in my car, which I then promptly forgot about because I don't drive every day. I work from home until I come here. And so then every Sunday for like the last 4 Sundays, I'm like, oh, I got to go to Goodwill this week. And then I get back in my car and I'm like, oh, I got to go to Goodwill, right? So then yesterday I went to Oakland to see Reverend Michael Beckwith, which I'll talk about. And as I was like going to get my car from my space, and I'm like, I can't leave all this stuff in my car in a public parking lot. So then I had to bring my car around to my apartment entrance, take everything out of the car, and put it back in my house, right? And then go to the event at Oakland. So this morning as I'm leaving, I'm like stumbling over and trying to, navigate through all this stuff for Goodwill. And I'm like, what on earth, right? Like, why have you not just released the stuff and taken it to Goodwill? You literally have had it in your car for probably a month. Then after you loaded everything in your car, then you loaded it back into the house that you had cleaned it out of. And, right, exactly, right? And so I was just looking at that going, this is nuts. What is going on here? And so this falls in complete alignment with holy release, right? I have not let go of that stuff, and I have not made the practice holy, right? I've not dedicated it to the divine, because here's what's true. Even though that stuff is clothing, some of it's like really nice, expensive clothing that I haven't worn and I'm not gonna wear. Some of it's shoes that I ordered and didn't get them back to Macy's on time and they didn't fit properly. I'm a shopper that I just buy a bunch of stuff and have it come and then see what happens and take it back, right? And so there's like really great stuff there that someone could be using, right? Someone could be using this. And it could be in the hands or on the bodies or in the homes or in the life of people who really need what that is. And I'm holding on to it. Why? Right? And so I'm really looking at that for myself, like I am delaying someone else's good. And you know what happens when you do that? You're delaying your own good, right? Because what you're doing to another, you are also doing to yourself, right? Well, just like when last month we talked about abundance. As you give, then you begin to receive, because it's the law of circulation, right? So when you give and you're generous and you're open and you're giving or tithing or consecrating your giving, whether you're paying your bills or whatever, you're happy and you're cheerful and of good cheer and energy, then it opens up that channel to bring it back to you, right? And the same thing about releasing, right? So I'm looking at this going, I'm sitting on all of this stuff that I am not letting go of. And it's time to let it go, right? This could be helping someone, serving someone. There's someone who needs this stuff, and it's just in my car, in my house, in my car, in my house, in my car, in my house, right? And so when we think about, it's interesting. I don't have any particular things in there that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to give this away. So that's not where I'm coming from, right? But for me, and this is how I always go through my life, this is like a metaphor for something larger. Right? It's like a living metaphor. Like, I can look at this thing to really help me go into a deeper exploration for myself, right? And so one of the things I was thinking about is, what is it that when it comes to letting go, because like letting go of the stuff for the Salvation for the Salvation Army Goodwill is one thing, but when it comes to maybe I have to let go of people, right, or relationships that I've outgrown, right? Maybe I have to let go of a job that I love to move on to something else, right? Maybe I have to let go of something that I care about and love and that feels fearful to me in order to be in this season of renewal, right? That's when it becomes harder to do. Are y'all with me? Yeah? So here's the thing. We can't renew, we can't be in a season of renewal if we don't let anything go. It can't happen, right? And so when I was thinking about like what are the fears? What keeps us from letting go? And so there's a fear of loss, right? There's a fear of loss, particularly if it's something that we feel we might lose that's dear to us. I remember years ago when I was becoming a practitioner, and there was a point at which Reverend Michael was saying that the more you move into spiritual practice and spiritual study and you deepen in that, you will begin to see that there are some people, some friendships, some relationships that aren't going to go there with you, right? The places that you're going and being called to, there are people who will peel off from your experience. Now, some may come back, right? And then others, it's just time to let those relationships go. And so many times we don't want to move to higher ground, right? Because we're afraid of who we might leave behind, right? And the truth is that when you are truly connected with other people, whether it's family, biologically, or family that you've chosen, or friends, or lovers, whatever it is, when you're truly connected, those bonds cannot be broken, right? Those bonds cannot be broken. So you rising up and being your best self, you moving more deeply into the divine presence in your work, does not mean that those people they might come around, right? They might go with you or they might not. But we can't let the fear of that stop us from doing our work, from shining our lights, from playing big, from doing what we really are here on the planet to do. Are y'all with me on this? Yeah? And so that is one of the fears that happens, like, I'm going to lose people because they're not going to come with me, right? Another fear that comes up in letting go of stuff is a fear of lack, literally. Like when you have to leave, let's say, a job, right? Or leave something, there's a fear of lack and loss in terms of either financially, right? Or status, or your reputation, right? I know for myself, when it became very clear to me it was time for me to leave my previous role, I did have moments of, God, are we sure about this, right? Because I'm walking away from something I love that you planted me here to do. I'm walking away from a community of people I love that you planted me here to be with, right? I'm walking away from a paycheck and a job, right? And so that comes up, right? This loss, right? What happens if I'm not in this role that's very highly visible in an organization or community that's very highly visible? What happens, right? But I can't let that stop me from my higher calling, right? I can't let that fear stop me from walking forward into that which I am created to do, right? I can't let that stop me. So loss of status, loss of income, whatever, right? It will be restored, because when you walk in your vision, God supplies everything that you need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. When you walk in your purpose, when you walk in what you're designed to do, when you say yes to that what you're called to do, when you say yes to your divine design, right? When you say yes to those things, Spirit is going to take care of everything that concerns you. As my Uncle Richard said, when God supplies the vision, God supplies the provision, right? And so I want to invite you today, if there's some stuff that you know you need to let go of, some people you know it's time to let go of. Maybe it's even beliefs, right? It's old stories and beliefs. It's time to let go of that, right? It's time to let go of that. If it's not serving you, if it's not the new wine for the new wineskins, it's time to let go. Because here's what I think. I think if you're in this room, you already are playing a fantastic game at your life, right? You already are living a life where you're anchored in spirit, where you know these principles and you are working them, and you're here because you want to play a bigger game. Whatever that looks like, right? And everyone's different. Everyone's big game is different. So big is not, we're not quantifying it by like, are you on a world stage? That may not be your calling, right? But you're all here because you want to play a bigger game. You want to play life full out, right? You want to be able to live a life that's expanded and free, where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor and the fruits of your consciousness and the things that you create and do, right? And not have people controlling you and telling you, feeding you all this fear and doom and chaos and control, right? This is why we're here. And we have to be anchored in the divine presence, solely and completely and thoroughly anchored in the presence in order to have that experience, right? To have that experience. So do not be afraid by the things that you may lose, because I'm here to tell you, when you walk in your purpose, God is going to restore all that stuff anyway, even more than that, right? Even more than that. So whatever it is you need to let go of, let it go, right? Whatever thought is holding you back, that has become a prison, right? Let it go. Right? And sometimes, yes, take a nice deep breath. Thank you, Audrey. Let's everybody take a deep breath. Yes. Yeah. Because here's the beautiful thing. The thoughts that got you to this point, the consciousness that got you to this point is so beautiful. We love it. We thank it. We're grateful for it. And it becomes a prison when it's time to go to the next level, right? Great coach Marshall Goldsmith says, what got you here won't get you there. Will not get you there. Right? What got you here won't get you there. That's on my website. It'll be on my new website, because it's the truth, right? It's the truth, whether I'm talking to my spiritual clients or my corporate clients. That is the truth. What got you here will not get you there. Einstein said you can't solve a problem from the level of the problem. It needs a new consciousness, right? And so that is why we are here at Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living, to bring a new consciousness. Right, a new consciousness, an innovative consciousness, a spirit-led consciousness, where we're actually living this in our lives. And yes, we will have fun, we will socialize, we'll do all the things. And the most important thing is that we capture this in our living, and that we live this experience. Because otherwise, what are we doing? What are we doing, right? Yesterday, I was in Oakland to see Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith, who is the founder of Agape International Spiritual Center. And Agape used to be a part of, CSL is now CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living, but before it was CSL, it was United Church of Religious Science. And then there was another division called Religious Science International. There were two halves of the religious science movement that Ernest Holmes birthed almost 100 years ago when he wrote the book, Science of Mind. And so, little history lesson there, but Michael Beckwith founded Agape in the late 80s, and it was Agape Church of Religious Science. And then at a certain point, Agape went on independent on their path and left what then became CSL. So this merger happened where the two halves of religious science came together as CSL, right? So anyway, I'm just giving you that because sometimes people don't know that Michael was religious science, right? And he was trained in religious science churches, right? But anyway, I went to see him yesterday in Oakland. It was so beautiful because I haven't been in his presence in a while. In a while, so it's been probably maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. And he was my teacher. He was my teacher. So it was really beautiful, and my mom's too, because we went through practitioner training together at Agape. So it was really beautiful to be in his presence and to, and if you have not ever been in something he's doing live, treat yourself to be in his presence live when he is doing a workshop or something, because I literally cannot even explain to you, I can't put words to what that experience is. Right? So for those of you who are in the room, you want to say a little something about what that was, like just throw out a word for what that was. Real loud. Profound. Electric. Inspiring. Revitalizing. Yeah. Transformative experience. Transformative experience. And so yesterday he was talking about possibility, talking about the promise, like we all have a promise that we make when we come in here. Like there's a calling that we have, a calling on our lives, right? There's a promise that we make. There's possibility, right? There's a possibility we can choose how we're going to be in the world, and anything is possible. And then practice, right? And I'll talk more about his talk as I go through the month. But he talks about practice and how important it is to practice this stuff. Because if you're not practicing it, it does not take, right? You will not transform your life if you're not actually practicing this. Practice means, for those of you, how many people here played a sport? How many people here played an instrument? How many people here are artists in some way? And how many people have created something? Okay, so everyone here then knows that when you are an artist, let's just go with sports because that's easy to get, right? So in sports, I don't think LeBron James, let's say, doesn't go to any practices and then just shows up for the game and is a great player, right? No. What happens is elite, top-tier performers anywhere, corporate, business, sports, music, continue the discipline of practicing. Right? Musicians do their scales all the time. Don't you still practice, Etienne? Yes? Sonia? Rodrigo? Right? So they're still I talked to Sonia on Saturday, and they're in rehearsal practicing all this music. Or Friday, actually Friday I think it was, right? So you're still practicing even though you have a level of expertise and artistry. Right? Top-tier athletes, they're still going to practice. They have to practice. They have to do the drills, lift the weights, take care of their bodies, all the boring stuff. They still have to do that, right? Top-tier CEOs and business folks are typically, at this time, a lot of them have coaches, right? Someone to really help them up their game, and make sure that they're doing the things to make sure that happens, right? The point I'm making is this. You can't have a great performance, right? You can't have a great life if you're not practicing this stuff, right? If you're not practicing, and here's the mistake a lot of people make. After they have a big manifestation of something, right, then they coast. So don't come to church. Don't do the spiritual practice. Not in meditation, because I just had a big breakthrough. And that is the time to go even further, right? To go even harder, so to speak, right? That is the time to really, really get your practice together, is when you have a big breakthrough, because there's so much energy in that, right? That renewal energy is so powerful and so strong and such momentum that if you just put your foot on the gas there, right? Work with your practitioner, work with your coach, work with your therapist, do your meditation, do your effort. That is the time to really, really deepen, because the energy is there to really help you sustain that manifestation, that win, that experience, and also to help propel you even further than you thought possible, right? But so many times people have a breakthrough and then they fall back, right? And then you wonder why in your life. It's like, oh, I was going along and then this, and I was going along, right, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And then you look up and a decade has passed and it's like, oh my God, I didn't get the blah, blah, blah done, right? I've been doing this for however long, right? So the point I'm making is when we let go of something or some things and we allow ourselves to have this big renewal, this big new thing show up, that is the time to double down on our practice. Right, that is the time to stay charged up. One of the things Michael talked about yesterday and that I've been doing in meditation in morning group is talking about how we're literally charged up, like we're charged by source, right? We're charged by spirit. And how do we hold that charge throughout the day? Because the longer you hold the charge, the more quickly you bring whatever it is into physical being. Are y'all with me? Yeah? So really practicing holding the charge of what you desire. So we'll talk more about that. But here's the thing about renewals. The bottom line is this. You got to let go of some stuff, y'all. Right now I'm thinking about, for myself also, how many people have subscriptions to Netflix, Hulu, Max, YouTube TV, Apple TV, Disney, Paramount, right? All the things, right? And I am notorious for there's something I want to see, so I'm going to get the free trial, then I'll watch it and cancel it. 2 years later, it's like, what? You know, what? I don't even watch whatever this is. I don't even watch that channel, and I've been paying for the subscription for 2 years, right? Right? So again, these things, and the reason I'm using this metaphor is because, again, if we don't clean things out, if we're not present and letting things go, then we have these things that just automatically renew in our lives, right? And eat up our money, eat up our time, eat up our energy, right? Because they just automatically renew, right? Whether it's a thought that is old, like, you know, well, I'm not good enough. Who do I think I am? Why am I doing it? Right? Right? Whether it's a thought, it's a belief, it's a story, right? It just keeps renewing until we stop it, until we start cleaning that stuff out. Yes? So that is what the holy release is all about. Even if, because right now I'm speaking to myself because I need to go and take care of that as well, right? But I will consecrate that to the divine. This is a divine act. It is a divine act of releasing, of clearing out, of creating space by just doing that piece, right? And being mindful to that. And that is how you have the holy release. Just take these little things in your life, little things, and make it a divine act. Make it a prayer. Make it a spiritual practice to get your subscriptions in order. Make it a spiritual practice to take your crap to the Goodwill, right? Make it a spiritual practice to go through and think about, you know what? This friendship is not serving me, and I'm not serving it. I need to let it go. That's a spiritual practice, right? So this is what I invite us into this week, and I want to hear some tales. I guarantee you, when you see me next week, I will have taken my stuff to the Goodwill. Can somebody else make a deal to do one holy release this week? Yes, everybody, one holy release this week. Okay, all right. I will be looking forward to hearing more about that. All right. Okay, beloveds, let's turn within, shall we? Thank you. Y'all are so beautiful. Well, thank you. You're going to make me cry. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Joni. Oh, let's turn within, y'all. There's something about this quietness that's real sweet, isn't it? And powerful. Yeah. What a divine blessing to have the hotel call me with this, huh? It was a holy release. Release all the loudness and amplification and be quieter. Yeah, beautiful. Let's turn within. And so we just settle into this moment once again where we recognize the sweetness of spirit, the quietness of spirit. Where we hear and sense and feel the divine presence. That presence that has no beginning and no end. It is palpable, it is powerful, it is all possibility. Oh, and how good it is to just know that it is expressing through and as each of us this morning and every day. How good it is to know that this magnificent divine expression of creativity, of power is moving through our lives in every moment. And so what I am knowing is because we are filled up with God as source, we can easily let go of that which no longer serves. I am knowing for each one here that which no longer serves and needs to be released in the area of health is released easily and effortlessly, whether it is practices, whether it is food, whether it is whatever it is. Whatever it is, I am calling forth a renewal of health and vitality, of energy and clarity, of brain clarity, of healing in the body. And so knowing right now there's a holy release of anything that does not serve that. I am knowing as well for each one that magnificent overflowing abundance is happening in the lives, in the businesses, in the hearts, in the bank accounts of everyone. And knowing that any thought, belief, or practice, or idea, or person that no longer serves the abundance, the life, the prosperity of each one is just released easily. And I know for our beautiful relationships, I declare that our relationships are overflowing with love and respect. That the presence of God is showing up as full support for each one, as full love, as full cherishing for each one, that each one is held and provided for, protected and guided from on high, and that every relationship is filled with love and support. And knowing anything that does not serve that is released, just a holy release of it, letting it go. A thought, an idea, a person, a belief. And so I know then that we stand here as incredible new wine and new wineskins, that we are, the magnificence of God, alive and powerful and awake, and that we are renewed by this word, our lives renewed by this word, renewed by the release, and renewed by all of the newness that is coming in right now. And so just knowing that we are blessed and that the word spoken here is true everywhere. And so I know anywhere on the planet that there is someone needing this word, that they are blessed by it and they are transformed. And for this, I am so grateful. And so with deep gratitude, the word is complete now. We say together, and so it is. And so it is. Amen, y'all.
Give thanks. This next song is I Feel Like Letting Go by Ricky Byers, the great Ricky Byers. And I must have fell out crying the first 5 times I ever heard this song because it spoke to me, and it's such a beautiful offering to the universe. And I am so grateful for Ricky and everything that she brings to this planet by way of music and her spirit. So here we go. We're going to do this. Can I just let go? Can I just let go? Yes. If I can't let go, the darkness will fade. If I can just let go, there's a light all around me. The pain in my thought has kept me holding on. But I feel like letting go, and I'm ready to run, and I'm ready to leap into what is real. I got a sweet invitation, a mandate of ecstasy. Let go of your way. Drop your tools and follow me. I'm alive within you, and I'm time is ready to be free. I feel like letting go. Let go, let God, let go. I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God,
That's right.
let go.
Hey, well, if I can't let go, heaven's at hand right now. New life is awaiting while I'm rearranging these old facts of mine. But I'm tired of holding on. My heart is making an such a sweet invitation, a mandate of ecstasy. Don't hold any longer. Drop your tools and follow me. I won't abandon my vision. I'm ready to be free and release. Hey, I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
Sing it again. I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
Sing it again. I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
The power of God is guiding me. Surrender to what I've got to be. Deep within, oh, God loves me so. Let go, I'm letting go. With God, all things are. That's right. With God, all things are. Yes. And deep within, God loves us so. Let go, I'm letting go. I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
Yes. I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
I feel like letting go.
Let go, let God, let go.
And if I can't let go, the darkness will fade. Pray to let go. Let go. Let go. Let God, let go. Let go, let God, let go. Etienne, Franc, thank you. Rodrigo, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, the core. Thank you, Etienne. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know about y'all, but that song and your rendition, and it is so beautiful. Just that reminder of letting go and letting God. Thank you. Thank you. And so we come to this time in our service where we are accepting our offerings. And these offerings are a gift to ourselves. It's a gift to God. It's a gift to this community where we get to circulate the good in our lives so that it comes back around. And I really, truly believe that. What circulates, it comes back. So we have these little hearts that we'll be giving out in here. And it has our QR code that you can gift on your phone, online. For those of you online, you can go to our website, and we have our link for offering as well. And on the back of this, it says, I have abundance because I am abundance. And so it is. And that's just a little reminder of that we are abundant. So I invite you to turn within, hold your heart to your heart, really just imagine if you give online and whatever, just hold that space knowing that it is for our good. It is for God's good. And what we circulate comes back. And our offering blessing, say with me, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God, and so it is. And Marilee's going to pass the basket. If you do need an offering, if you have cash or a check that you'd like, please come up to the front and you can receive that as well. Thank you so much.
Give thanks for this offertory. So beautiful. Thank you. Give thanks.
Marilee for doing our offertory, participating in that. Marilee Lawson, our practitioner, student in training. All right, beloveds, I believe we're at the end of our time. Is there anyone who's here for the first time today? To the center. So we have one person here. Hey, Charlie, good to welcome. Welcome, welcome. We have a gift for you. Yeah, so beautiful. Thank you for being here. So good to have you. All right. So we're at the end. We're going to do a short version of I Release, and then we will meet downstairs in about 10 minutes. So you can go down and grab your lunch, grab your brunch, and I'll take care of everything. I love y'all. This was really good. How did it feel being quieter? Yeah, it feels good, yeah? All right. Good, really sweet. Okay, all right, wonderful. All right, so let's do our I Release, and we're just going to do a short version today so we can get down. Thank you.
All right.
So stand up, we're going to do our final song, y'all.
3, 4. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm on.